Welcome to My Mom Calls It Soccer. I'm Michelle.
I'm Chase. I call it football.
And today we are going to recap UEFA Nations League, the final, talk about who won, who they played against. We are also going to talk about spicy transfer rumors, what's out there during the transfer window. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about our competition that we're holding where people can be involved to find their perfect soccer team match. For people who are not yet a huge soccer fan, do not have a favorite team, we are going to pair them up. So that is all coming up on this episode. Chase, tell us what happened in the Nations League final, what it is, what people need to know who maybe are new to soccer.
Okay, so we've already talked about the Nations League.
We have?
You remember it? Yes.
No, I don't remember.
We talked about the quarterfinals.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay. Who played in the quarterfinals?
Remember Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, France, Croatia, and Denmark.
Okay.
So
So then it went to semis, and
Germany,
then it went. Okay.
Portugal, Spain, and France.
Okay. And then finals were
Portugal and Spain.
Portugal and Spain. And is that a big country rivalry since they are so close in proximity?
I've never heard of it being a big rivalry between those two countries. I mean, they are close to each other, but they never seem to have huge beef between each other.
Is there less rivalry between countries because they don't play as often? Like, it's not like club play where there are big rivalries?
No, because Spain and Germany is a big rivalry.
Okay.
France and Brazil is a big rivalry as well. They don't
so
like
maybe
each
it has
other.
nothing to do with proximity or location,
Yeah.
but just history of playing against each other.
And even recently, like Netherlands and Argentina.
Okay.
Oh, and Netherlands and Spain.
That's
They
a big
also-
rivalry.
Yeah, they
Okay.
also hate each other.
So the final was between Spain and Portugal, and who won?
Portugal.
Which was, I don't know, is that surprising? For me, it was surprising, but
Yeah, it's
really
surprising.
more because I know more players on the Spain team,
Yeah.
the Spanish team, than I do on Portugal.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise. Spain were the favorites to win it.
Okay.
I don't think it's a huge determiner of like who would be like top three in like the World Cup, say, but like it definitely puts their name out there.
Okay.
As a big competitor for it. But it was definitely a shock. Portugal actually came back from being a goal down 2 times.
So is this a qualifier at all for World Cup, or it has nothing to do with it?
It has nothing to do.
Okay.
It's kind of putting your name out there. You
Okay.
know, Spain won the Nations League back in 2023, and then they won the Euros in 2024.
Okay.
So it's kind of putting your name out there.
Okay. And are there tournaments like this in other areas? So is there a similar tournament in South America?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
It's a unique tournament. It's basically made to get more people to watch international break because it's not qualified as a friendly. It's
Okay.
qualified as a tournament.
It counts
so
for
it gets,
something.
It gets more eyes on it.
Okay.
Because people don't want to watch friendlies.
Okay. And so international break, can we talk about what that means?
That's just when players go back to play for their national team.
Okay. So they are not playing club ball. They go back to play with their country team. And for most players, does that break last over the whole summer until league play starts again in the fall?
I don't think so. No, because footballers need to get a break between football. So usually they get about a 2-month break.
Okay, so they're kind of off for the summer then. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Portugal winning. For those people who, like myself, who don't know a lot still about soccer, football, a player that probably most people know about played for Portugal and did score in Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who is 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is he older than Messi?
Yeah.
By a little bit?
By 2.
Okay. So, still playing for his national team. I would assume that his plan is to play in the World Cup.
Yeah,
if he's still playing.
It is.
So, yeah, but he scored a goal. I saw him score, and that was exciting. And he still looks good for 40.
Well, he got, I believe he got tested by like scientists biologically, and biologically his physical age is like about 28 years old.
Okay, so he takes really good care of himself and does all the things. So that was exciting. So you said this was his third cup. Is that
Third
what you
trophy
said?
for
Third
Portugal.
trophy for Portugal.
Third trophy for Portugal in general.
Okay.
Actually.
So he's been with them every time they've won a major trophy. Okay, that's super cool. So let's move on to spicy transfer rumors.
Okay.
What's going on out there?
As of now, transfer rumors. I don't know specifically transfer rumors, but I know transfers that have basically happened.
That have happened. Okay.
Transfer guarantees.
Okay.
One huge transfer is Florian Wirtz to Liverpool.
Okay.
For a record-breaking 150 million.
Wow.
I believe pounds. It broke the record for highest paid transfer in the Premier League.
So that money goes to the team that they got him from, not to the player, correct? And so
the player won't get 150 million. No.
So who did they get him from?
They got him from Leverkusen, Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay. Okay. In the German league, Bundesliga. Okay.
And another player that Liverpool got from Bayer Leverkusen, Jeremy Frimpong. He's a right wing back. Also plays winger for the Netherlands.
Winger. That was a hard rock band at one point. Winger.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
He's basically going to be the Trent replacement.
Okay.
And he's not like Trent, who's like a creative kind of guy, but he bursts down like the touchline and stuff and picks in good crosses and stuff like that. So.
And what's his name again?
Jeremy Frimpong.
Jeremy Frimpong?
Frimpong.
Frimpong?
Frimpong.
Frimpong.
Just
no
say
D?
Just say Frimpong.
Frimpong?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Frimpong. He's Dutch.
Frimpong. Okay. He's Dutch.
Yeah.
But he is moving from Bayern Leverkusen to Liverpool.
Yep.
And so there are two guys moving from Bayern Leverkusen to Liverpool. Okay. And okay, so who else? What other transfers have happened or
another
are
one is Ryan Cherky to Man City.
Ryan Cherky?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cherky. He's French and Algerian. And he is the top assister of Ligue 1. He came from Lyon.
Okay.
So he's a big signing, and they only got him for about 35 million, I think, euros.
And where are they getting him from?
Lyon.
Lyon.
Yeah.
Which is a French
league
team. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got him for really cheap as well.
And that's Man City. Man City acquired him.
Yes.
Okay.
So cheap that even if he like flops, it's nothing.
It's not a big deal.
Especially for Man City. That's like cheap. That's like pennies to Man City.
Because they have so much money.
Because
they're owned by
the Saudis.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're owned by the Saudis, so they have a lot of money backing them to go out and get players. Okay, who else? Anyone else?
Joan Garcia to Barcelona.
Oh.
Who is a goalkeeper.
Oh.
He's statistically the best goalkeeper in La Liga. He is from Espanyol.
Okay.
Who is
a huge rival of Barcelona.
City rivals.
Okay. So they're both in Barcelona, the city.
Yeah, and Espanyol's ultras.
We talked about that.
Their ultras have a huge history with our ultras, who are banned from going to Barcelona games. The Bourgeois Noise.
Okay, what are ultras?
Those are like the committed fan bases of a club.
Okay.
Always go to all the games and everything like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And so some of the ultras are banned from the other stadium?
The entire ultra is. The Bourgeois Noise from Barcelona.
That's the name of their fan club?
It's either Catalan or Spanish for bad boys.
Oh, okay.
So,
and can you say it again?
Bourgeois Noise.
Bourgeois Noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so that's Barcelona's ultra fans.
They've gotten in big fights with each other.
Okay.
Espanyol hates
Yeah, it's
Barcelona.
a lot different. It is
it's
intense.
Huge rivalry. We actually won the league at their home 2 times in a row when we won the league, back to back. So they really hate us. And to see Joan Garcia, their best player, moving to Barcelona, it's gonna be a big welcoming when he comes back to Espanyol.
So will he be the starting goalie?
Yeah.
And so who has been the goalie for Barcelona?
The starting goalie has been Ter Stegen, who has kind of been washed up basically for the last 2 seasons. He had a good season in the 22-23 season, but other than that, he's been kind of a letdown.
I thought that there was a chance that Emi Martinez was coming.
There was kind of a chance.
Okay.
There were just rumors, but...
And is he still at Aston Villa?
As of now, yeah.
Okay. And I am wearing my Aston Villa jersey, which I feel a little bit like I'm cheating on Liverpool. But again, as
long as you don't kiss the badge, you're fine.
Okay. So then I'm okay. Yeah. So it's okay to wear because
I mean, it's
people
fine.
Wear
don't wear your direct rivals jersey though.
Okay.
Don't wear a Man United one.
Okay, I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never do that. So, okay, all right, that's exciting. So a lot of transfers. So throughout the summer, will there be more transfers for us to talk about?
Lot more.
There'll be a lot more, so we can talk about continuing and things that we see. So, are there any that you think might happen, or that you're really hoping will happen, but we just haven't heard about yet?
A transfer rumor that's kind of died down a bit was Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. He's a left winger, obviously, and he's good depth for kind of all the attacking sides, all the parts of our attack, the striker, the left wing, and the right wing. But it's kind of died down recently.
Why do you think that is?
Well, apparently, the guy who kind of manages our transfers and stuff, Deco, wants to get Luis Diaz, your player, for 85 million.
Is that more than what you could get Marcus Rashford?
We could get him on loan.
Oh, you could get Marcus Rashford on loan.
Yeah, and split his wages.
Okay. Why can't you get Luis Diaz on loan?
Well, because he doesn't want to be loaned.
Okay.
So.
And Marcus Rashford is with Aston Villa right now, but he's on loan to Aston Villa from
Man United.
Yeah. Okay. So if he went from, bear with me. If he went from Aston Villa to Barcelona, would he?
He wouldn't go from Aston Villa to Barcelona. He'd go from Aston Villa back to Man United, then to Barcelona.
Then from Man United to Barcelona. And would he be a loan? He would be a loan from Man United,
player,
even though those are in different leagues, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't that seem a little bit weird?
No.
That somebody from the Premier League could be loaned to somebody in La Liga?
Because it's just seeing how your development is.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to get out of your own club to kind of, feel a bit more freedom, get more confidence and stuff like that, and see if that club wants to buy him.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep tuned in and see what else happens on the transfer front.
Yep.
Now is the time that we're going to remind everyone that we are doing a contest, for lack of a better word, to help a few select people who do not have a favorite soccer team or football team yet find their perfect match. And so can you help me tell people a little bit more about that?
So that's basically going to be, you're going to kind of tell us your things that you kind of would like about a team, what you like about like teams from an American sport.
Yes.
So like the fan base, maybe how much you want to support for their success that they have in their league or European tournament.
So we're gonna give them a questionnaire to fill out that gathers all that type of information based on what they like, what sports they like now, what teams they like now, silly things like your favorite color.
Yeah.
And then you, Chase, are going to take all that data and you are going to come up with 3 teams that might be a good fit for each of these folks. And then we will present them with those 3 teams and they will have a chance to kind of date those teams where they'll learn about them. We're going to provide information, background, clips, things for people to watch to get to know the team better, highlight their most popular players, and then we will come down to a finale with each person where they will choose from those three. Or if we give them three that they don't like, they could come back to you and you would regroup, right?
Yeah.
And give them different people to choose from. And then when we get down to the last end, we will have, instead of a rose ceremony, a scarf ceremony.
Okay.
And we will say, Chase, will you accept this scarf?
All right.
And we will hand over the scarf for their team. And then we will follow them throughout the year, communicate, share, and see how it goes. How we can help build a fan base.
See how
here.
they like the success of the club.
Yes.
If they like the young talent that the players have.
Yes.
Stuff like
And
that.
I think, like myself this year, finding that you feel some heartache when you start to connect with a team and things don't go well. So all of that experience of getting to be a fan and just helping them do that with soccer, with a European soccer team. So we're excited about that.
Yep.
So we will have more information on that, links here for the questionnaire, different things. Even if you aren't one of the people that we choose to participate, something you can still fill out the questionnaire and do along with us. We want to interact with you and talk with you about it.
Another thing for the club thing.
Yes.
Also give us like teams in American sports that you hate.
Oh,
as well.
That's a great.
That could be a good add-on for
That is great.
a club that you could support in soccer.
So we'll make sure that is part of the questionnaire, because that's a very good question, because who you hate in American sports does tell you a lot about a person.
Yeah, your rivalries that you would like.
Yes,
so.
for sure. That's great. That's a great idea. Okay, so we're going to turn it over to Grandma for Minute on the Map now. And for this week's Minute on the Map, we are going to be talking about all of the American cities where you can catch a game that's going on for the FIFA Club World Cup. So
that's happening on Saturday.
Okay, it starts this Saturday. So FIFA, not World Cup, but the FIFA Club World Cup. So it's top clubs from
all the continents.
All of the continents who will be playing. There are teams from the United States, teams from Mexico, teams from Premier League, La Liga, Liga Un, everything. So like PSG will be here, Real Madrid will be here. So it's a great opportunity to see international soccer here in our backyard and kind of a warm up for then country competition with the World Cup next year. So Grandma's going to highlight where you can catch those games. Okay.
The FIFA Club World Cup is coming to the United States, and it is an excellent opportunity for you to see some of the best football players in the world. There will be 32 teams competing. And the first match is this Saturday on June the 14th, and it will take place in Miami, Florida. The other cities that will be hosting the group play are as follows: Cincinnati, Ohio, Pasadena, California, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Seattle, Washington, Atlanta, Georgia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Orlando, Florida, Washington, D.C., Nashville, Tennessee, and Charlotte, North Carolina. The round of 16 will play starting Saturday, June 28th, with the FIFA Club World Final being played on Sunday, July 13th in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Thank you for joining us. Check out the link below to be able to fill out your questionnaire and participate with us and find your perfect soccer team. Bye.